Hey, what's up, y'all? It's me again. I'm trying to find the right angle for my camera because my camera, the picture quality is pretty lame. I just got a Android. I don't really like iPhones anymore, but yeah, it's not. It's like a cheap Android, so picture quality sucks. But anyway, this is gonna be like my update on like how I've been since I last made my last videos on my other channel. Let me see. I've been going through a lot of shit. Um, Basically, the government or the court system, they were trying to railroad me because I had committed a crime in 2000, way back in 2013. They dropped it. The DA, I mean the state's attorney dropped it, and then after they dropped it, they picked it back up in 2015. So like I said in my on my video on the Jeffrey channel, the last video I made, I was talking about the GoFundMe profile and all that. And like in that profile, I mean in that video, I was talking about how my lawyer basically screwed me over and got me committed against my will. So I was they had locked me up again April 1st of last year. I was in jail, county jail, from April 1st of last year until May 24th of 2017. When May 24th came, they shipped me up, drove me up to Baltimore, Maryland, in this area outside of Baltimore City called Catonsville. And there's this hospital called Spring Grove Hospital Center. And I was there from May 24th until April 27th of this year. Um, a lot of crazy shit was happening up there. When I say crazy, I mean crazy. Like everything was smooth at first, but then like there was this one guy there who was like giving me a hard time, calling me the B word, calling me a faggot, calling me all this stuff. And we almost fought like multiple times. And I guess he thought he was a big bad man because he's a gangbanger or something. But I mean, I'm a really peaceful guy, but I only let you get but so far with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not afraid to protect myself. So we butted heads a lot. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, the food up there is terrible. Like their food, I don't know where they get it from, but it's like literally like flash frozen, I think, and they heat it up using steam. And the food is really gross. Like it makes your stomach bloat. Like when you fart, that shit stinks. I know I said I'm trying to stop cussing. I don't really cuss like that, but yeah, and it's just really gross. Um, what else? So yeah, while I was up there, it was pretty rough to be honest. Like that was probably the toughest time of my life. Just I had to stay mentally focused, mentally strong, spiritually strong. Stay prayed up every day, reading my Bible, meditating, working out. They had a gym in there, so I would hit the punching bag with the boxing gloves, shoot a little basketball. And there was a guy there that was a ex-marine, an older guy though named Rich, and he was like in his 50s, but the dude was like in good shape for being his age. And we were working out, you know what I'm saying, me, him, and this other white guy, you know what I'm saying. We had our little workout group, you know what I'm saying. So whenever we hit the gym, we had our regimen, we would do stuff like that. So um, I did end up getting into a fight with somebody up there. I'm not gonna say his name, but he, like the first day he came on the unit, it was weird because like I was talking to my boy, Aaron, and we're just chatting in the hallway. You know what I'm saying? Because like you get your own rooms and stuff like that. So I think it was like maybe like right after the day room closed. Day room closes at 10, so you can like walk the halls or go in your room, whatever. So we're in the hallway by our room, and a guy like up there, you can have like these little headphones where you could like listen to local radio stations like 92.3 and stuff like that. So the new dude's listening to his radio, but he's like standing at the door, like talking to himself. And then he said, I heard him say F Jesus. And like when I heard him say that, I was like, oh yeah, this dude's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just stay out of his way because up there. Like if you get into like violent altercations and stuff like that, they want to shoot you up with needles, put you in restraint chairs, a whole bunch of shit, and then they document everything, and then they can say like, oh yeah, see, we told you, like, he's crazy, or he's bipolar, he needs more meds, he's dangerous, and all that stuff goes back to the judge. So I wasn't trying to go through none of that. So he was doing weird shit. Sorry for cussing. And I remember like one day we were doing bingos at nighttime, and he like sat in somebody's seat or something, and the guy was like, get up, da da da, and the guy didn't want to get up, and then like the guy like got up in his face, pointing his finger in his face and all that stuff like that, calling him the B word, and he would nod his head up and this and that. And the guy just like was very disrespectful to a lot of people in the unit. He didn't know how to act, none of that. So I remember one day, once again, me and my boy Aaron were talking. He went in the phone room to call his folks. I was waiting. The guy came around and was like, yeah, I'm trying to use a phone, da da da. I'm like, well, I'm here now. He was like, oh, I was here before you. I'm like, well, you went in the day room, you were watching TV, da da da, blah blah blah. So I'm here now. And I guess he didn't really want to have a conversation, so he rolled out. So I was like, all right. So when my boy came out, I'll go in the phone room. I'm about to call my dad. So right before I called my dad, the guy like came in the phone room and was like, yeah, I'm trying to use the phone. I'm like, well, you know, me being a respectful guy, like I said, I'm a nice guy. I like to avoid conflicts. I don't like violence. So I was like, look, man, like literally like the same way I'm talking is the same way I was talking to him. I was like, look, man, I'm trying to call my dad. You know what I'm saying? Just give me like 5 minutes. I won't be long. You know what I'm saying? And like in jail or prisons, like if somebody presses you out like that over the phone, usually one or two things happen. Or one or three things happen. Either one, the person on the phone doesn't respond or they walk away. Two, the person immediately punches that person and this fight starts. Or three, the person gets off the phone, they go to their cell and then grab a knife or a shank and stab that person, and that person possibly dies. So in this situation, I didn't do any of that, you know, even though it's jailhouse rules. So being respectful, da da da. Then he's like, what you gonna do if I don't leave? I'm like, I just looked at him and paused. And I'm like, really? I'm like, are you serious? He's like, what you gonna do if I don't leave? I said, I just paused again. And then I looked at him, I was like, if you want to fight, close the door. And mind you, like the phone room is probably like it's probably like, 4 by 7 feet. So it's really small. So he just stood there and stared at me, like looked at me like he didn't want to fight. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to sit here and just stare at you like I'm not gay. So I pushed him out the phone room, closed the door, picked up the phone, called my dad. Next thing you know, I hear this guy talking about, do you know where I can get a gun from? Blah, blah, blah. Can I use your shoes? And like, for anybody that's never been in jail, like if somebody asks somebody to use their shoes, that basically means that they want to fight. So when I kept hearing this stuff, I'm like, okay, this is getting really annoying. So I'm talking to my dad. I told him what had happened before, and then I was like, yeah, Dad, I think I'm gonna have to go. He's like, what, you about to get into a fight? I was like, yeah, I think so. I said, I think so, because I wasn't trying to fight the dude. I just want to hear what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? I like to talk things out before things get physical. So I hung up the phone. I go in the hallway, and then the guy was like, you want to step in the bathroom? So once again, not being a guy that not want to fight, I was like, nah, I didn't say nothing. I was quiet. Then he said, step in the bathroom. I said, you're scared. I kept saying, you're scared, whatever, laughing him off. The same way I'm smiling now is the same way I was smiling. So I turned my head like this, and then the dude like sucker punches me in the mouth. So like after that, I just, instincts kicked in. We started fighting. He only got that one punch on me, so the guy couldn't even really fight. So I'm not even going to brag about the fight. I don't take pride in whooping somebody's ass that don't know how to fight. So anyway, I beat the crap out of him. Security came, separated us. Then they got their own police, Spring Grove Police. So the police came. He was knotted up pretty bad from what I heard. He had like 2 ice packs. My lip was, where he hit me? Right here. He got me right here. So my lip was bleeding. And my canine tooth, the sharp tooth, went through my lip and made a hole. So all they did was I just kept applying pressure to it. And then I got some antibiotics like Neosporin and like rubbed it on there. Then they asked me, did I want to press charge? They asked him, did he want to press charge? We both said no. So that was that. Um, I still had problems with that guy afterwards, and now I'm starting to think he was gay on the low. Like he was like probably in the closet. Like he probably just had some homosexual faggot. I'm sorry to any homosexuals out there, but he like yeah. But moving on. After things was kind of turbulent on that unit with me and other patients, so they moved me to another unit, and there's another guy on that unit. I forgot his name because he's literally, well, I'm not gonna say literally, but he's dead to me. So the guy, I remember I was in the shower, right, and they had like dorm showers, so it's like 3 showers in the shower room. So I'm in the shower, you know what I'm saying, showering, getting clean, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is when you take a shower, it feels good. So I'm in there singing to myself, singing reggae songs, because I mean, I didn't say this, but half Jamaican, you know what I'm saying? So I was always in a reggae, so ever since a kid. So I was singing reggae songs, and I'm sure the guy in there that I wasn't getting along with heard me singing the song. So I come out the hallway, I had on like, you know, I was fresh a little bit, so I'm walking around, you get to wear your own clothes up there. So I'm walking around in the hallway, minding my own business, because it's like really nothing to do up there. It gets boring after a while. So the guy, he like was walking behind me, and then he said, "Kill you and your whole tribe." Like he was talking literally directly to me, but indirectly, as in like he was talking directly to me, because I turned around, the guy was looking directly at me when he said it. So I was like, "What?" So then like I came up to, like I approached him. I was like, I started getting mad. I started getting loud. I was like, "Man, like, don't be talking about killing me and my tribe. Like, fool, you know who you talking to? Like, you don't even know me. Like, that's a death threat, really. Like, you telling me you're gonna kill me and my family and my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about that at all. Like, I'll take you out first, basically. And I'm like, if you got a problem with me, come to me as a man. Don't be on that indirect stuff." And I started getting heated, and I'm like, "What, you want to see me or something? Or you want to fight?" So I took off. I was serious. I took off my jacket and everything. Like we was about to fight. Then the staff up there, they're really scary. Like there's a bunch of Africans and stuff that work there. Very few white people work there, because I wonder why it's a pretty crappy place to work. And they call it a code green, which means a violent situation. So security and police come and all that crazy stuff. So they're like, "You're gonna have to take medication." I'm like, "Why do I have to take medication? Like, this guy's threatening my life, and we've had altercations in the past." You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember like you get contact visits, like your folks can come see you. So like I was getting like Chick-fil-A, I'm getting diner food, I'm getting home cooked food, all that stuff. So the guy was like as flat out broke, you know what I'm saying? Like assed out broke. So the guy was like asking me for food. He would ask me for food, and I would like give it to him. I would give him food. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a nice guy. That's what I do. I think I even gave him some money from time to time. But the guy was like a moocher. Like he would, like mooch off of people. Like it was crazy. So I stopped giving him stuff. I remember one day. Oh, you can order out there too. Not trying to make it sound like it's a nice place. It's a bad place, but you can order out. And like, we ordered pizza one day, and you know I was eating good. I think I ordered like a whole large pizza and some honey barbecue wings and some fries. And like I'm eating, we're all eating. Like when you order food, it's like a great time. Everybody is, you know what I'm saying, sociable and feeling good. So he's standing in the corner, and the guy he was like one of them guys to try and like put pressure on you to like give him stuff. So I'm like, I'm not weak. I'm not gonna let you pressure me into giving you stuff. So that's how we basically started butting heads. So fast forward, I digress. After they were like, "You need to take medication," I'm like, "I'm not gonna take it." They're like, "All right, we're gonna call a code." I was like, "All right, do what you gotta do." So I go in the day room, I'm sitting down, I'm talking to the security, and I'm explaining to him like some real stuff, like stuff that I'll probably say in another video. I'll probably upload it tomorrow. But we were talking. The patients had went to the dining room, the cafeteria to eat. So they were eating, they came back, and I butted heads with another guy on the unit. I don't know how to say his name, but we butted heads, And I'm walking out the day room when they came back. He's walking in and he's like shoulder checked me and he like bumped his shoulder into my chest. So I was like, what? I turned around. I was like, hey. And he kept walking. I said, hey. You know what I'm saying? Trying to flag him down to like be like, hey man, like don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like at least check him to let him know like I'm not gonna let you bully me. So I turned around and I walked up to him and pushed him. So right after I pushed him, he turned around and punched me in the face and like the jaw, and then we just started fighting. We started throwing hands, and we probably was fighting for like a good like 30 seconds maybe, and then like I was starting to get the best of him. So he tried to like grab my shirt, and like when he got that close to me to where he like grabbed my shirt, it was gonna get really serious. Like, cause I'm not gonna lie, like I do know I'm alright with boxing, and I do know a little bit of martial arts, so things would have got nasty. And he wasn't a bad fighter either. He was better than the last guy, but I still would have beat him. The dude was getting tired and everything. So security came, rushed us, and one of the African staff male members, the security grabbed me and the African guy grabbed him and separated us. And like the dude like was bleeding from the mouth and all that stuff. And then they separated us, and I think they gave me a needle, blah blah blah. And then, but after that, we ended up squashing it. Like I wouldn't say we were cool, but we were cordial with each other. Like it wasn't no bad looks, it wasn't no words, nothing like that. Because you know I'm an alright guy, you know what I'm saying. So I just think people would take my kindness for weakness. So what else happened while I was up there? Fights, button heads with the staff members. Like this is a crazy thing on the other unit before they moved me. The nurse supervisor, like she's literally was gay. Or she was bi. So like I seen her like touching other female staff members on the breasts, touching them on their ass, playing with their hair, all that stuff. And this woman is like in her 50s, like late 40s to early mid 50s, and you're a nurse supervisor. You're in a position of authority and you're doing stuff like this. Not good. So yeah, things was so bad up there. Like one day, like I stayed up for literally like at least 72 hours. I stayed up 3 days straight, like a straight soldier, like, cause I couldn't sleep. Like I was so stressed out up there. I couldn't sleep and I was angry. It was like every time I tried to get sleep, like something crazy would happen. Like so much crazy, weird stuff happened up there. But thank God they finally released me. They were trying to say that I was dangerous to the community and to myself. I'm like, okay. Let me see. You're saying I'm dangerous to the community, right? Okay. Look at my rap sheet. Look at my rap sheet. I have marijuana charges, not even distribution. I have marijuana possession, simple possessions, shoplifting, a few thefts, and a conspiracy to commit burglary. That's the only thing on my record. I'm not a violent person. And the last time I got in trouble for breaking a crime was in 2015. So I'm literally reformed. And it's been, by next year, it would have been 4 years since I, got in trouble. So, I mean, I'd say I was doing pretty good. And I literally told them, like, how can I be dangerous if I've never hurt anybody? They couldn't prove it, but they, like the staff members up there, were making stuff up about me, all types of crazy stuff. Like they didn't want me to get released. It was just insane. And like the medication they were giving me, I think I might have got brain damage from it because I had like 6 seizures off of that shit, and I had to be rushed to the hospital twice. So yeah, I mean, it kind of messed my mind up a little bit, but I'm still here. I'm still functioning. I'm still intelligent, all that stuff. So, got released. You know what I'm saying? I came home April 27th of this year. I was home from April 27th until August 8th. They issued a warrant for my arrest July 30th. And I'm sorry, my probation officer had violated my probation, and they issued a warrant for my arrest August 2nd. They got me August 8th, and I was in the county jail from August 8th until September 10th. So what's today? Today's September 16th, so I haven't even been home for a week. So that's like one of the main reasons why I haven't been making videos, because from when I was gone for over a year, came home, tried to get adjusted. I did. I was working as a plumber's assistant. I was working underneath a independent master plumber, making like 15 an hour. So it was alright money. I was making decent money. I got fired basically. And then I was like searching for employment. I got a major interview with a huge electrical company here in Maryland. They basically service the whole southern Maryland region. So if you're not familiar with Maryland, there's a lot of counties in Maryland. But where at my county, I'm probably like 30 minutes south of DC. So from my county, like I don't know how many counties Smeco services, but they're a major electrical company. Like the jail, the county jail, the electricity that flows there, they got that. This whole Waldorf, Maryland area, they got all that. Like they've got several counties, anywhere where there's electricity out here, that's coming from Smeco. So I was applying for the customer service position. So I had to take a rigorous online course, which is like basically a simulation for what you would be doing if you work for the company. I handled automated calls, processed orders, did inventories. I did a whole bunch of stuff. The test was like almost an hour, and I passed it. Got an interview. It was really the biggest interview I've ever had, and I've had a lot of jobs. I've been working since I was 14. My first job was at Lido's Pizza. I don't know if any of you ever heard of Lido's, if you got Lido's in your state, but Lido's got some really good pizza, man. So I was working there. I was making like $5.35 when I first started. Second job was Chick-fil-A, freshman in high school, making like 500 every 2 weeks. So I was doing good for myself. So I got the interview, and there were a lot of candidates, men and women older than me that were there. And it was probably like, I don't know how many people was there. It had to have been at least like 25 to 30 people that was there. We were all dressed up. Like the women had the dresses and all that stuff on, suits and all that. We had suits and ties, the whole nine. It was a 3-panel interview with senior members of the customer service department, and a vice president for that department was also there. I passed that interview. Got the second interview, the formal interview. They said, "Hey, we like you. We want you to come in." I said, "Okay, cool." So, no, I didn't say nothing. I didn't even know that they had contacted me actually, because they emailed me and I didn't check my email, so I missed the interview. But I might get the job, because they did send me another email saying, "We're sorry you missed the interview, but if we have any open positions, we'll let you know." But I'm going to check up with them on that. So I was doing stuff out here, and my probation, I didn't keep up with that, so they violated me. So now I'm home, relaxed. This is my new room. Old ass TV. I've had this TV for forever. You know what I mean? Same bed. But yeah. This time I definitely quit smoking weed. I'm not smoking weed anymore. Don't really see a need to, even though it made me feel at peace. I guess some of you would call it nirvana. I don't need it. About to get a job, hopefully get another job, and I want to start my own business in the food industry. So that's what I'm doing right now. Things have calmed down as far as the whole gang stalking is concerned, but they're still doing it. They're just doing it on a quieter level, basically like rocking a baby to sleep. They're trying to put me to sleep basically, but they're still keeping like tabs on me. They're still following me places. They're still saying indirect things. They're still playing games, street theater, all that, the whole nine. But the only reason why I haven't uploaded any of those videos yet is because I've been staying as far away from them as possible, which I suggest you all to do too. And I cut off all my friends. I don't have any friends for real. Well, I do have friends, like friends I went to high school with, I still stay in contact with. But as far as anybody that I haven't met outside of high school, unless they're a female, I don't talk to them because I don't really see a need to. Too many of them have stabbed me in my back. They've been frenemies. They've been fake. Just a lot of crazy stuff. Like when I needed them, they weren't there. Stuff like that. So like, but honestly, y'all, like things have been looking up for me in my life. I'm still, like I said in my last video, I'm still staying prayed up. I'm still reading my Bible. I just got back from church today, but I don't think I'm gonna go there anymore, and I'll tell you why in another video. I'm sure if you're TIs out there, you know why a lot of the churches are with this whole plan. So be careful with the churches. You can't really trust anybody nowadays. Even us TIs, we can't really trust other TIs because they're fake TIs. So you definitely gotta be careful. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I haven't covered yet as far as like just the basics since I've been home. No, not really. Actually, a few things have happened, but nothing like really major to report. But I'm definitely going to upload new videos tomorrow as far as like different things that have been going on. And matter of fact, I gotta remind myself, make a mental note or even write it down about something that happened with this chick I was talking to. Actually, a couple of chicks I was talking to, like, they were fishy. And I'm starting to believe that they were stalkers. They were gang stalkers. So watch who you hang around with. If you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, watch them. Even your family members, watch them. Because they could be in on it. And that's not paranoia. That's not schizophrenia. That's just real life. The Bible says in the end times what's going to happen. Like, family members are going to turn against family members and neighbors against neighbors. So we're living in the prophecy. The prophecy is being fulfilled. So just praying for us all. You know, I pray for us every day, all day, literally. Like sun up to sundown, before I go to bed and when I wake up, I pray. And if you can, say prayers for all of us TIs and for all of God's people, Jesus' people, because I really feel like the end is near. It's not a joke. So with that being said, I'm about to go downstairs and get something to eat. So I'll catch up with you guys. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Got more vids coming. All right, God bless.